Here's a bench workout from last night. I tweaked my technique just a little bit. I switched up my foot placement. I started off, or I set myself up with my feet a little bit wider, and I tried to work on a more vertical bar path, and I tried to avoid creating a large moment arm and the distance that the bar travels off my chest to lock out. The distance, how am I trying to say that? So look up moment arm and you can see I basically tried to reduce the gap, the J that's created from my press coming off my chest back up towards the hooks. And I felt like I was a little more efficient with that. I felt like my foot placement was better. I felt tighter overall. It felt better on my shoulders. Everything felt better. So I'm going to try and duplicate that, continue to work with a press like that. I can actually get my heels almost all the way down on the ground, which historically for me that's been my best position bench pressing. Sorry about that 405 being upside down. I'm going to try and fix that later on. I'm not sure how I'll be able to fix that, but it might just have to be like that. Definitely felt better from last week. And I feel like I'm fuller. I actually went to bed last night at 227 instead of 223.24, so I'm slowly putting the weight back on. I'll probably creep back up to a peak weight of around 230, and I'll decide if I'm going to cut for my next meet or if I'm going to just be a 242er. And here I am doing some Spoto presses. I went ahead and went down, went back to feet on the floor. I wanted to practice this form, this technique, and the way this feels with a more vertical bar path, with my feet out a little bit wider, my heels pressed down a little firmer. I know last week and weeks before I've been doing them feet up, but I want to get really comfortable with this setup before I start doing anything weird. So I'll probably do this for several weeks before I start doing stuff with my feet up again. But basically I just try and do whatever I feel like I need to from workout to workout. And obviously if I have a glaring weakness, I'll attack it several weeks in a row. And I finish up with some closer up here, just one set. I was pretty burnt. I didn't want to push it too hard. Next week I could do more. Shoulders still feeling better and better each week. For this video, my take-home message, my little tip, my pointer, whatever you want to call it, is always be open to change. Always be open to tweak something. Obviously, if it's not broke, you don't fix it. But if you're in that transition, we're like, man, what I'm doing is really working well, but you stumble upon something that feels even better, don't be afraid to do it, because you can always look back and say, a couple weeks ago I tried this, but I'm not really any better off than I was. So don't be afraid to change, even if what you're doing is working. Like I said, if you stumble across something that feels good, that looks good, that is an improvement upon what you've already been doing, don't be afraid to continue moving forward with it. There you go.